What's up, guys? I'm Dwayne, and this is Blackboard Gaming, where I teach you about all these great board games that are out there, waiting to be played by you and yours.
I'm a simple man, don't wanna complicate you.
So, in the last video, I shared with my wife 5 games that I find myself wanting to play during this fall season that have nothing to do with Halloween. So in this video, I want to talk about 5 games that I find myself wanting to play that have Halloween written all over them. And my wife's not going to be in this video because Halloween's not her thing. And I get that. When it comes to Halloween, that's the season everybody starts watching horror films and slasher films and all that. And I don't get into all that, But I do enjoy a good ghost story. So I like spooky, like Legend of Sleepy Hollow spooky, or Twilight Zone spooky, or Addams Family spooky. So let's get to it. So the first game I want to talk about is a game called Haunt the House, and that's by Kids Table Board Gaming. Now, Haunt the House, I just got a chance to play this game just the other day, and I really enjoyed it. It's a nice light game. In the game, the players are ghosts who live in this haunted house, and there's these ghost hunters who have come to this haunted house to seek us out. And we're not a big fan of that. So we have decided amongst ourselves to hold a competition and see who can scare the most ghost hunters out of the house. So I really like the concept of this game. It's really cool. We got these little ghost meeples, and pretty much what we're trying to do is we playing these scare cards that have chills and bump and creak and moan on them. And we're just trying to get these guys out of our house. And I like it. It's a light game. I can see myself playing this with my grandkids. Nice family weight game. And that's Haunt the House. Now, the next game I want to talk about is a game that came out last year. And it got a lot of buzz. And I finally got into my collection and I played it and I really enjoyed this game. And that game is called Horrified. So Horrified is by Ravensburger, and pretty much in Horrified it's a cooperative game where we the players are trying to save this village from these invading monsters. And these are monsters that we all know. Like you got the Wolfman, you got Frankenstein, you got Bride of Frankenstein, you got a Creature from the Black Lagoon. And they are raining havoc over this village. And we're trying to take them out at the same time trying to protect any villagers that happen to appear on the board. Now, the cool thing I like about this game is in order to defeat the monsters, they all have a different condition to beat them. So for example, the Wolfman, you have to find his cure. Dracula, you have to find, he has 4 coffins hidden in the village. You got to find all 4 of them and destroy them, and then you can go fight Dracula. And I like this game. It is really just fun, cooperative game, family way. I can see playing this with my grandkids, and that's Horrified. Now, the next game I want to talk about is called Fury of Dracula. Now, Fury of Dracula is a one versus all game where one person plays as Dracula, and all the other players rather, play as the hunters who are trying to find him and take him out. Now, Dracula is roaming around Europe trying to build up his influence, and that's his win condition. He has to get his influence to a certain level. And the hunters, what they're trying to do is they're trying to find him because Dracula's secretly moving across Europe, and they're trying to find him and kill him. And that's their win condition. Now, while they're moving around, they're collecting items and preparing themselves because they know when they find Dracula, he's Dracula. We're going to have to fight him and take him out. Now, whenever I play this game, I like playing as the hunters because that's more of a challenge. Because, I mean, they done hooked Dracula up in this game. He got some power. So, just to be able to find him and take him out, that gives you a great feeling that you beat Dracula. So, that's Fury of Dracula. Now, I own the third edition of Fury of Dracula, and that was published by Fantasy Flight. Now, I put this game in my top 5 games where you play as the villain. And my friend at the board game store reminded me that since then, WizKids has released a 4th edition of Dracula, Fury of Dracula. And that game has colored miniatures. My game is the 3rd edition. Doesn't have colored miniatures. Not cool, WizKids. Not cool. Okay, moving forward. The next game I want to talk about is one of my favorite games that I like to play during this season, and that's Mysterium. I think it's called by Lalibud, Labilud. I hope I said that right. I apologize, but I said it the best I can. Now, in Mysterium, it's a cooperative game where one player plays as a ghost that haunts this mansion. And all the other players play as psychic detectives who have been summoned to the mansion by the owner to find out what the ghost wants. Now, the ghost is trying to tell us who murdered him several years ago. But, of course, the ghost can't talk, so the ghost communicates to us through these vision cards. And he's trying to, lead us towards, each of us has a suspect and the location and the item used to kill him. And we're trying to discover that on our own. Now, there is open discussion with everybody else at the table other than the ghost. The ghost is sitting there hearing all the conversation, and the ghost can't say a word. He can't even, he can't roll his eyes when they're going he cannot show any kind of clue that they're not going the right direction. So, it is very hard playing the ghost in this game. But when you guys win it, the ghost feels really great because he said, I did my job. And so that's Mysterium. I really love this game. Of course, can't really play it now because of the pandemic because it does require it goes up to 7 people, and the more people, the more fun. So that's Mysterium. Now, the last game I want to talk about is probably the spookier of all these. Now, this game, this game is really spooky. Now, and that game is called The Faceless. It's by Alter Ego Games. Now, The Faceless, if you are a fan of Stranger Things on Netflix, then that's pretty much The Faceless in a nutshell. The Faceless is a cooperative game where we play as kids who our friend has disappeared in this place called the Dusk World. And we're going to try to find him. Now, the thing is, there's this being down in the Dusk World called the Billy Goat. And the Billy Goat is hunting for us. So we're moving around this board trying to find our friend, locate his memories, and get out of there before the Billy Goat finds us. Now, I kickstarted the game, and the reason I kickstarted it is really less about the theme and more about the mechanics. This game uses magnets, and this is the first game I've ever seen that use magnets. Now, each of the miniatures have magnets inside of them, and the players are represented by this compass on the board. And so what we're doing is moving the miniatures around the board to manipulate the direction that our compass moves, to try to lead them over to the compass, over to the memories, and pick those memories up. And I really, like I said, the game is really, really great. I mean, it's a simple game. It's not a hard game, but the fact that we're using magnets and the art on the game is really nice, and it's just a really great game. And that is The Faceless. Now, those are my 5 games that I find myself wanting to play for Halloween. Now, if I'm pretty sure there are other games, there are a lot of other games, and I would like you to, like, in the comments below, leave your favorite Halloween games that you look forward to playing during this time. So, if you like the contents of this video, feel free to hit the like button. Feel free to subscribe. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram. I'll leave the same question. What are your favorite Halloween games that you look forward to? And, like, that's it. So, my name's Dwayne. This has been Blackboard Gaming, and I will see you next time.